Yo, if you're a hooper and you're trying to watch film and learn from other players, you guys need to be studying Payton Pritchard. Now, there's a ton of reasons why you guys should be watching this dude right here. But number one, and maybe the most obvious, look at him. He's just an average-looking dude that's in the NBA. How did he get there? We want to figure that out. And if you're just an average hooper, or you feel like you're an average hooper, this is a perfect guy to study. So we're going to watch one of his workouts and what he does in the offseason, and maybe we can pick up on something and apply it to our own game. All right, here we go. All right, looks like we got some stationary handles. Don't know why he's barefoot, but I'm not going to ask questions. So it looks like just some ball control stuff. Looks like there's a bunch of kids coming. Yeah, they're all watching. That's dope. This must be some sort of camp or something where you get to watch Payton Pritchard work out live. That'd be sick as a kid. Okay, so this is what I know about Payton Pritchard. He hires players or people to guard him all summer. I'm pretty sure they're ex-players or current players, maybe overseas, but instead of just doing on-air reps, all of his workouts are with a defender, and he pays these guys literally just to play defense the whole time, which is kind of dope. Maybe not something that everybody can afford to do, but I think it's a pretty cool concept. So we're going to watch this. Obviously, he'll have his defender on him, but we'll talk about some things that you guys can do on air and pick up on some things here. A lot of contact. That's good. Looks like they're playing one-on-one in the low post or mid-post. Yeah, low post, mid-post. Okay. Not a super tall player, but you can see in these clips a way to get his separation is he'll drive right into your chest, create contact, and then separate. That's an obvious one. He's always been good at contact. Elbow, face up, one-on-one. I like it. It's tough. And Payton Pritchard, he doesn't play a lot in the mid-post, or he's not going to ISO from the elbow, but this might be his warm-up. I have no idea, but no matter what, he's working on his footwork. He's working on some mid-range stuff, his pull-ups, his fades, his pump fakes, things like that. So I think regardless, whether he uses that spot in a game, those skills will pop up in a game. Wouldn't that be sick, though, to be able to just sit and watch the NBA players work out as a kid? Let's see the intensity of these defenders. Like, are they really trying to check him? They're there. They're right there. They must have some scoring system, too, where they keep track of who wins every spot. It looks good. Hard stops, attacking downhill and stopping hard. Talking a little crap to the defender. I like it. Get that defender to play a little harder. Good bump separation. And if you look at Payton Pritchard, yes, he's not super tall, maybe not super athletic, but he's stocky. You know what I mean? So if you're somebody that's this height, maybe not super athletic, you better be strong, you better be tough. And you can see him using his body in a lot of these clips. This would be a tough workout, too. I mean, your cardio has to be crazy here. Pivot, triple threat, face-up pulls. Bump and pumps. God, imagine you could bump somebody like that, right? You bump them, get some separation, get your shot off, and the next couple times you hit him with that pump fake afterwards. Deadly. Little hezzy. Eyes up to the rim on the dribble. Get to a different pull-up. I like that one. They're keeping score. Okay, we got some stuff off the dribble. Constant bumping with him. That's dope. I'd be curious to see if he does any help side defender stuff, but so far it's just all one-on-one. Maybe they're playing out of spots like you can't go so far on the floor. Maybe a limit of dribbles. But, hey, if you don't have a defender, honestly, just get a buddy and play ones. But be specific. Like, these guys are playing very specific one-on-one. Do that with a friend. That way you can work on your defense, too. God, you can make shots. Look at that. Okay, so they got spots. Their spots picked out before. Okay. About 5 dribbles right there. Good bump in the baseline, though. Yeah, these defenders are right there, man. They're working. Yep. Like, think about the variety of shots he's getting, right? Like, the last one, he shot the 3. The one before that, he had a 2 dribble, then a bump, and then he had a bounce-out pull-up. That one is a blow-by with, like, a quick same-foot, same-hand finish. He's getting a variety of shots and footworks. and moves every rep is different, which is cool. I will say if you're going to work out like this, you better be skilled, right? Like he's obviously become really skilled as a player. He could still, I think, benefit from on-air skill work. I think he probably still does do some of that stuff. But he is so skilled that he can actually work on moves during live play. He can like pick his spots and actually some of these moves will pop up. So I'll say like, although it is good to play live, you still need to develop before you do too much of that. A mixture of both I think is solid. A little bit of live, a little bit of on-air skill work. That's good D. Great D right there. Tough shot. Defenders aren't really working on closeouts. He's catching and they're on his hip. Quick trigger. Bro has to be in crazy shape. Look at him. He's like not even. Yeah, he's good, man. He's solid. Not huffing and puffing. Good D right there. Right there. You see that? You see that? He got the ball stripped, and instead of saying foul or whatever, and it might have been a foul, he pointed basically at himself and said, damn, like, that's on me. I like that. That's a good mentality to have. Don't be calling fouls every single time like that. Hard stop. A little separation after. He likes to get downhill and punch the ball on that outside foot, get to that punch strike stop. That's a good one, man, especially for somebody that's physical because you can add a little bump on it. Now the defender has no idea if he's going to slam the brakes and he gets to the rim. That's tough, man. Basically unguardable because he can shoot quick trigger threes. He can take you downhill, slam the brakes, and get to a pull-up. Then he can take you downhill and just get to the rack and bump you at the rim. Looks like he ends each spot with some free throws. Maybe he's got to cap it off with free throws. That'd be tough. Looks like some more stuff off the dribble. Bump Euro. That's nice. Quick finishes. He's got a good variety of some contact finishes with some like quick pop-up finishes when he's got you on his hip. Be curious to see if he works on any pick and roll stuff or if it's just all ISO downhill attack stuff. Good pull. His footwork though is elite. You can see it on his stops. He's not hopping forward. He's slamming the brakes nice and sharp with those speed stops. Getting his separation. Again, something that he's probably worked on. He's probably worked on air hard stopping. Yep, capping off with free throws. I like this. I will say, like, if you're playing one-on-one with your buddy, try to end it with some free throws. Like, hey, if you first got a 5, but then you got to cap it off with the free throw. If you miss, you go back to a 4, something like that. It's a great way to get a little pressure free throw in there. Oh, he's scratched up. Yep. Oh, yeah, he's scratched up. Defenders must be getting at him. Okay, here's the pick and roll stuff I was talking about. This is perfect. This is what I was wondering if he's going to do that. Didn't like that take. He didn't like it. Good pull. Little hand swipe right there. Get him going downhill. Slam the brakes, pull up. That's tough. Might have been a push off. He'll get away with that, though. I don't know who his trainer is. If I knew his trainer, then I'd give him a quick shout. It looks like he's in that gray shirt wearing that Celtics shirt. Might be on staff with Celtics, maybe. I don't know. Little hip rotation right there. Little skip. Swivel the hips. Freeze your defender. That's tough. Imagine your job is to guard Peyton Pritchard all summer. You'd have to be in crazy shape. Pick and roll. Ooh. Hey. Oh, my God. All right, so let's talk about it. Here's what I'll say. You look at a guy like Peyton Pritchard, you know he's a hard worker. Like, you know he's one of those kids that you never had to ask him to be, working hard, go harder. You never had to ask him to do that. I've seen his workouts. Like, I've seen workouts when he was, like, in his garage doing ball handling. The dude is a workhorse. So if you feel like you're an average hooper, average height, athleticism, whatever it is, you got to be a workhorse, man. You can't be having people telling you to do more, to work harder. You got to go out and get it. We also saw how strong this dude is. So if you are an average hooper, becoming strong, getting some muscle on your body is going to be key, especially if you're not super athletic. You're going to have to create separation in other ways. You're You're going to have to get physical. You can see it in his game when he gets downhill into his bump finishes and his bump pull-ups where he gets separation to get his pull-up off. And then obviously he could shoot the crap out of it, man. Like, he's got a beautiful shot. I'm sure just like his stationary ball handling stuff in the garage, he's been in plenty of gyms by himself just shooting and shooting and shooting. Thousands and thousands of shot to have that release. And in all of these clips, man, you can see that his footwork is so tough. Like, it's super crispy on his stops. He's got multiple options to stop on his outside leg, his inside leg. He can hesitate, rotate his hips, pause in the air for a second, then go. Like we talked about his finishing, he has different options to jump off multiple feet. His outside foot, his inside foot, 2 feet. The dude is just skilled all around. So if you feel like you're an average hooper with the average athleticism and height, add strength to your game, become a knockdown shooter, get your handle tight, get your footwork tight, and then make sure that you're, one, in shape and that nobody has to ask you to work harder. You go be the workhorse. Go put the work in. Look, if you want me to check out anybody else's workouts or react to any other videos, drop them in the comments. Let's get it.